Prepared to swing on to attack when they have to do. Well, Kamara delaying just a moment there. I think he was waiting for Chapman to make the run towards the near post. Strachan. Vinnie Jones. Fairclough. He's just struggling at the moment to get this one away. Batty. Strachan again. Lovely play from Strachan. That was probably the best of the options. The Tigers working very hard there to close the Leeds players down, not allowing them to form the triangles that we're looking to form. Good header from Jobson, only as far as Jones. John Hendry, Varady, Kamara. United putting this one together very nicely indeed. Kamara again floating the long ball in. Chapman has to turn to collect. Strachan. Lovely ball inside for Varady. Strachan again. Chapman not yet back in position on the far post. He's moving there now. Beglin in space. It's hard and low. Varady misses out. Jobson gets it clear. Batty the header in. And that one not really troubling Ian Hesford. And it looks as though Vinnie Jones has taken a knock. Right on the penalty box. In the meantime, Bamba makes progress, and that's a penalty. Bamba brought down by Haddock, and Hull City have got the ideal chance to make it one apiece. Vinnie Jones is in the opposite penalty area, by the way. He's receiving treatment from Alan Sutton. So United effectively down to 10 men when that play swung to the other end of the field. And Haddock conceding the penalty. So, exactly on the half hour, Mervyn Day having a long chat with David Axel about this one, and David Bamba joining in, voicing his opinion. Very unhappy is Bamba. Gareth Roberts also joins in as Chapman has a word with Andy Payton. The Leeds players, no doubt, are trying to unnerve the youngster. Here comes Bamba. David Payton, and Payton nets. It's one apiece. The Tigers are level. Well, there were some real moments of drama around the Leeds penalty box there, with first Mervyn Day prepared to argue, then Lee Chapman having a word with Andy Payton. Dave Bamba joined in, Gareth Roberts joined in, and all this of course makes life difficult for referee David Axel. But eventually it was Andy Payton registering his 12th of the season from the spot, and the teams are level. Leeds in the meantime are down to 10 men. Vinnie Jones receives treatment at the foot of the Hull City post. Hull City levelling the scores, very much against the run of play. Good leap from Bamba. Well, that will certainly have given Hull City fresh heart to level up the scores. Bamba, the man who earned the penalty. Haddock, the player who conceded it. Payton, the man who scored it. And Billy Askew penalised there for another challenge on John Hendry. And there's little doubt that he's been given the task of curbing the forward runs of John Hendry. Peter Haddock will take the free kick. This time Hendry slips Askew with great skill. Drives the ball in hard and low. The outstretched foot of Terry gets that one away. Andy Payton beating Beglin, and Strachan with the tidying up. Vinnie Jones still off the field, Leeds down to 10 men. Be a blow for Leeds if Jones has to go off, because the two substitutes, Vince Hilaire and Chris O'Donnell, neither of whom is a midfield player, and of course it would mean that United not only have two debutants on the field and Chapman playing only his fourth game, but they'd have to introduce Hilaire and O'Donnell, neither of whom has figured in first team this season. Looks as though Vinnie Jones may well recover. Taking a knock on his left ankle. Still feeling it. And gets a big cheer as he rejoins the action. Jones quickly become a folk hero to the crowd here at Elland Road. And his influence on midfield is certainly one that's grown in stature as the season has progressed. Does enough to win that header and knock it back to Beglin. And Buckley couldn't keep the ball in play. Batty. Strachan. Where's the wall pass off the Hull defender? That ball just a bit too long for Batty. Got a good following with them of Hull City, travelling from Humberside. We can see them there in the visitors' pen on the far side. Look to be anything up to 1,500 of them. And getting behind their team. City's record over their last 11 games in the league. They've won 6 of them, drawn 2 and lost just 3. And scored 17 goals against 16. Their one league defeat, by the way, that thumping 4-1 setback at home to Bournemouth seemed rather a surprise result in view of their form. It's the only one they've lost in their last 7. And they finished the game with just 9 men. 2 players sent off. Terry with the free kick. Jones with the header. Strachan with the clearance. Fairclough. Jacobs robbed by Haddock. Ken Demange this time, the man caught offside. Ten minutes to the break. The teams are level at 1 apiece. Chapman beaten in the air. Jones on the volley, and that's a goal! What a great goal from Vinnie Jones! You could see that one all the way. Well, Vinnie Jones tried earlier from long range, and this time he's successful. Seems rather strange that I was mentioning earlier the skill factor that's come into Vinnie Jones' game, and there he is popping in a volley from fully 30 yards. And that one was hit with skill, it was hit with accuracy, and it was hit with pace. And Ian Hesford never really had even a smell of it as that ball rocketed past the goalkeeper. What a marvellous goal from Vinnie Jones. And I would reckon when you look back, certainly at Leeds United's recent history, that one will go down as one of the goals. The header out was from Jobson, and Jones' volley was perfection itself. 2-1, United back in the lead. Terry with the free kick. David Batty pumps the ball clear. Berardi's got a run, he's got the pace. Emre Berardi had to check. Chapman's running for him now. Berardi stood faced by the defenders, floats one in and straight into the arms of Hesford. And that's a free kick to Leeds. The elbows from Bamba. And David Bamba showing a great dislike of Leeds United. I think it's something a little bit personal with him. He was already quoted on Yorkshire Television's Calendar News this week as saying how he hates United's offside trap and how he's glad he didn't join Leeds. Chapman with the header inside, Terry with the clearance. And he's already shown this afternoon a real dislike of United's tactics. And there we again see him offending as he jumps into Chris Fairclough, who's the mildest mannered of centre halves. And Bamba being told to calm down by the referee. A lack of professionalism when you let your personal feelings come into the game. Good clearance by Jacobs. Kamara was waiting for that one to sit. Nice ball from Hendry. Lovely 1-2. United going forward again. Haddock. That's a good ball from Haddock. Kamara's a good header. Hendry. Chance to turn inside and the ball just wouldn't sit down for him. Jacobs, and that's good play from the fullback. Berardi was ever so close and Vinnie Jones was close too. The ground still buzzing with excitement from that Vinnie Jones goal. That really will go down as one of the great goals that Leeds United have scored, certainly in the last 10 years, if not even further back than that. Strachan, Jones, United building again, Beglin, and United win the corner. And I would reckon those that are in the crowd who saw Vinnie Jones go will be proud to say they were here, and those of course watching on this video will also be running that one back more than once. Strachan with the corner towards Chapman. Hesford makes the catch. United occupying very much the same tactics that they've played all season, with the ball into the near post. It was of course Ian Baird working that post before Chapman's arrival, and Verardi, I'm sure, will be expected to fill a very similar role to that occupied by Bobby Davison, doing a lot of the running off the mark up front and hopefully doing a lot of the goal scoring. Here's Peter Haddock in acres of space. Strachan, Vinnie Jones on the far side, gets the good cross in, Jones, and Jobson killing the ball on his thigh. The crowd asking for handball. Batty the header back, Jones the chance to cross. Verardi does awfully well on the edge of the box. Strachan and Verardi, and that was nearly right. Kamara, Hendry, couldn't quite slip his man. Did he push the full back? No, says the referee. And Steve Terry makes space for himself. Nice play from Bamba this time. Demange, took too long. Beglin, Batty, Strachan, Batty. This is good play from Leeds. Batty in space, hasn't scored this season. Oh, and he still hasn't. That was lovely play from Leeds United, and that all came from a clearance by Terry, a header from Bamba for Hull, and when Leeds won the ball back, they built beautifully to give David Batty the shooting chance. We're into the last 5 minutes, and what an entertaining first half this has been. In that last move, United stringing together almost a dozen passes, and had Liverpool done that, the national pundits would have been going wild. Vinnie Jones, shooting chance, fancies his chances now. Well, Chapman made that into a cross, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. That was Vinnie's fourth goal of the season, by the way. Hasn't scored more than one in a game, but he'll be looking for one more this afternoon. Payton and Bamba working well, and Haddock across. Jacobs with the throw. Askew really is a little close if Jacobs going to find him without foul throwing. It's down the line instead. Difficult ball for Chris Fairclough, that one. Bounced just in front of him, and he and Kamara having a conversation off the ball, just explaining to each other exactly what went wrong. Payton the header back. Chapman battling hard, the ball didn't run for him. Steve Doyle, lovely ball inside for Roberts, but Ken Demange was offside. The midfielder pushing up, caught offside, a couple of yards inside, on from the centre circle in the late half of the field. Demange ready to push forward from midfield. Didn't play too many first team games when he was a player here at Elland Road, one of Billy Bremner's signings, came from Liverpool, and originally of course out of the Republic of Ireland. Verardi gets the little touch. Buckley wants this one to run dead. Verardi won't allow it to do so, and United will have the corner. That ball spinning off Gareth Roberts. So one more chance of a goal before half time. Jones is up on the near post, so is Lee Chapman. Fairclough has joined the attack, so has Kamara. Kamara gets the touch and just knocks it wide, and that was a good leap by the full-back. Always nice for a player to score on debut, and Kamara read that situation perfectly, joined the attack, got a firm header on the ball and couldn't find the net.